Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, September 13th. We're looking at Window Traders market profile of the ES and NQ. A lot to get to tonight as we'll recap all of these charts from top down. Fantastic week for the bulls. SPY ends up $21.65. We were down a little over $23 last week, so we took it all back. Dailies up. Monthly and weeklies are in balance. We'll go over all those charts in a minute. Any pullback from Wednesday on got bought right back up. We had a couple of mini liquidation breaks yesterday. We had one again today here in J period, which I missed. I was going out to get a banana for about 2 minutes and I missed that. But each time they pulled back, they went right back up. Now, I don't think it's the best structure in the world, and I like to see them come into balance prior to trying to get the all-time high in ES, but there's no guarantee of that. We're in spitting distance. Now, also remember, I am rolling over Monday morning. Right now, we have like a 60-point premium in ES, 200 points in NQ. So that's why I wrote for today's highs, rollover gap fill. Because Monday, when you see my profile, it's going to be with the Z contract. So it's going to be, unless there's something catastrophic over the weekend, we're going to have a rollover gap. So all these numbers, now I carry forward point of controls, but anything else, gaps, single prints, doesn't matter, it would be off my screen if we open above those. Same with NQ. So we'll see where we are on Monday. All right, and do not back adjust. We have a busy week next week. You have the Fed on Wednesday. Friday, we have quadruple expiration. SPY goes ex-dividend. So a lot of different things. We'll see if the market continues. Now, again, we've held those levels since the bottom of the balance on the daily. Said good odds of making all-time highs in ES, and I still believe that. NQ still has a lot of work to do. But again, with the rollover, obviously that's going to add a lot more fuel to the upside. Today, we had the smallest gap in the world in ES, and then it filled. However, SPY held theirs. A little nuance. SPY held their gap. NQ did not gap higher. Righty gapped higher, held it, and went out with a trend day up as righty breaks out of balance on the daily. They end with a 9-wide point of control and a trend day. NQ ends with a 10-wide POC, an afternoon pullback in G. ES ends with a 10-wide POC, but no afternoon pullback as L took out K's low, and I never use L or M. It's just too late in the day. Kind of a P shape. Well, who's covering shorts? It's not the daily time frame. The daily's up. So what does that mean? It means maybe the intermediate time frame is starting to get a little worried. Right? They came into balance, but they could never get the weekly down, did they? So you might be getting some short covering there. So it remains to be seen. Good day, good end to the week, good week overall. So in ES, I was long in A period. Remember yesterday I said the overnights are small, and so if they get the overnight low right away, I don't mind because I think the bulls are in control, and the overnight's on big, so we can get both of them. Which NQ did, by the way. ES did not get the overnight low. So NQ open, I took it before the opening, right? But they got it right away. So when we came back, I took it off unchanged. Should have held it. Should have held it. Because obviously we went up. Okay? So I broke even basically on that. And then I shorted against the overnight POC. I'm like, maybe this is a speed bump. Wasn't a speed bump. So I lost on that. So A period... in NQ, I broke even on a trade. I lost on a short. I did take the long, though, in ES and A period also to get the overnight high. So that worked out. Then in B period, because there was a number coming out, I didn't want to take a position right before. I missed them popping the top, But I did take a short because I didn't think we'd run and go trend yet. And we didn't. So, did well on that trade. C period. I shorted in in NQ against the 144. And then I got the long to pop the top. So we got that. Because we were making higher highs but not getting anything, I was fading the edges. So I faded D. I like fading the extreme more. But I did okay in D, fading the edge a couple times. When G came in, I was looking more now. It's really fours. I wasn't crazy with G pulled back to at the time. Value changed here later. So I didn't long NQ. And then I missed. So that was G. J period, like I said, I went to go out, missed that pullback, and that went right back up. It never made a new high on the day, if you notice. And then that took this steam right out of the market. When you get those kind of liquidation breaks, what happens? The algos get agitated and frisky, right? I don't know if I said this yesterday, but it's like kind of, stepping on an anthill. They're all in formation, doing their job. As soon as you, step on an anthill, they're scattering every which way. And that's what happens with the algos. So I missed that in J. I did take a long in K in ES to go back towards POC, which worked. And in NQ, I took one short in K against the 144, which also worked. So, good day overall. Today was not anything spectacular. We didn't get the ranges we've had recently. The volume was light. But it was a good day overall and a good week. Destinations. So, again, today's high is 41.50. But that's going to be a rollover gap. We're 10 wide at 27.75, and today's low is 05. SPY's high is 563.03. Now, that's a monthly high for them. They took out the monthly high. SPY has only 3 destinations. The high from August 30th, and the all-time high. So, they're also 10 wide at 561.70. And today's low is 559.45 and then filling the gap at 559.40. Just a 5-cent gap. Now let's go to our charts and break them down as we head into the middle of September and with the Fed looming on Wednesday. Well, here's Russell. Russell is a 3-month balance. July, August, September. Okay? We started this month off a little rough, but right now, halfway through, pretty impressive candle, just like last month. But it's still balanced. Still needs more market-generated information. The weekly is balance. Okay? This was my balance low. Came down to it. So they are now in a 5-week balance. Again, more information needed. And the daily is up, with today's gap being their main focus. So the longer time frames, the monthly and weekly, are in balance. The daily is up. Sounds familiar? It's going to be the theme for all 3 of us. Here's the monthly in NQ. Again, it's a 4-month balance. But look at their high. Okay, it's still $28 from Triple Q's high. So they have a lot more work to do as opposed to ES and SPY. Now you're going to get a boost on Monday because of the rollover with the premium, but still away from the all-time high. So 4 months of balance. The weekly is balance. Okay? Now, initially I kept using this week as my balance low. I am now changing to these 2 weeks since we took out last week's high. Okay? So for me now, it's a 5-week balance with a double bottom here in NQ. So first things first, they got to come out of this 5-week balance to the upside. Then they could go and try to attack the all-time high. So balance monthly, balance weekly, up on the daily. Outside week up on Wednesday, and we followed that with 2 days in a row pushing higher. And then in the S&P, again, the monthly is going to look the same. Pretty ugly start when we opened up, but now pretty impressive. But unlike NQ, look how close we are to the all-time high in SPY. So again, I think we will see all-time highs in SPY this coming week. What do we get from it or for it afterwards? That all remains to be seen. But I think we have a good opportunity to get it. The weekly, but we're still in balance right now. The weekly, also in balance. Okay? Again, 5-week balance. And the daily, which incredibly, look at this. Look at how, this was the balance low on the daily. Look how impressive that was on Wednesday. We came within 2 points in ES. And look at SPY, how close. Had an outside day up, and from that point, have been one time framing up. Horrible volume today, only 38.7 million. So again, volume an issue, but that doesn't mean we won't hit all-time highs. The bigger question is, if we don't get new intermediate or long-term money into the market, the structure will be poor, and we'll see how long it lasts. I hope you guys and gals had a great week trading. Had a couple of people sign up last night. I urge you to come and join us at camelbacktrading.org. Come see for yourself what we are all about. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.